Thank you, everybody, for joining us. It is a great day to be in Hamburg. I'm John Rivera, member of the New York State Assembly, representing here, this beautiful town, the village of Hamburg, village of Blaisdell, the west side of the city of Buffalo, and first ward of Lackawanna. I'm a excited parent, excited Western New Yorker to bring this good news that we have here today. You know, the town of Hamburg and the Hamburg Central School District has a special place, not just for me, but really in this community. We've seen this school district go through all kinds of things, and under the great leadership of someone you're going to hear from soon, Mr. Cornell, we had a lot of conversations when I first came in and into office here. And you know, I'm from the west side of the city of Buffalo, and representing Hamburg posed sort of a new, exciting opportunity for me. And one of the first things that Mike spoke to me about was around the school district, the nature of the school district, where it is, how it is. Sort of the uniqueness behind it, everything from buildings and what they look like to, you know, the nature of how New York State funds public education. And, you know, there's a lot of special, unique things about Hamburg. And one of the things is we have this fantastic fairgrounds, this great facility, a fairgrounds that sees, I'm going to say this, although I'm not sure, but I'll claim it anyways, the busiest county fair, I think, in the whole state of New York. Correct? Yes. And we all here in Western New York love the fair, love going to the fair. I know I bring my little one here to the fair, and the fairgrounds really multiple times a year. And it's an asset, and we have there the raceway, and we have there the casino, and we have so many things to bring people into Hamburg. And in New York State, by our you know, arrangements that we have in New York State, we have something called the VLT, which is the Video Lottery Terminal Aid. And that aid goes towards towns, and it goes towards cities. So, I'm sorry, it's towns, and it goes towards cities, and it goes to counties. And currently, the county of Erie receives funding from that revenue, and so does the town of Hamburg. Historically, because of things that predate far before any of our times, the school district didn't. So, in a lot of conversations with a lot of interested people that truly want to see Hamburg in as best a light as possible, and truly have a belief and a heart for the kids that go to school in Hamburg and for the people who live in the town of Hamburg, we knew that we could come to some arrangement or agreement to do something special for the school district. So that's why I'm so happy to announce that after a lot of conversations and a lot of hard work from a lot of hardworking people, and especially Mr. Cornell, you'll hear from in a second, the Hamburg Fairgrounds and Gaming has agreed to a we'll say a really special, unique agreement, not like anything else in New York State, to provide funding directly to the Hamburg Central School District in the amount of over $5 million. This is an exciting opportunity for this school district that does a lot of great work, and just like a lot of school districts across this state, they're doing as much as they can with all the challenges that they have ahead of them. And New York State is there to back up our public education, and so many other community partners are. And we're excited that the school district and Hamburg Fairgrounds and Gaming have come to this agreement. It's an exciting time and an exciting thing to announce here in the town of Hamburg in this beautiful school. This funding is go to directly to the schools district, and I won't begin to stipulate what exactly it'll be spent on. I'll leave that to the school system and those that are in charge here. But to give you a bit of the context and a bit of the history on this issue, let's bring up former Hamburg Central School Superintendent Mike Cornell.
Thank you, Assembly Member. It really is, first of all, it's great to be back. Feels weird, actually, talking to my colleagues in the back. I was here as superintendent for 10 years. It's an amazing place with amazing people and amazing partners. And the Erie County Agricultural Society and CEO Jessica Underberg has been an amazing partner for the school district. You know, long before Jessica and I were working in our respective roles, it goes back decades. And, you know, we had graduation at the fairgrounds. Our kids have gone to the fairgrounds to make butter and learn about where their food comes from and all kinds of amazing things that have happened for generations. But when I got here in 2015 as superintendent, I came to understand the nonprofit nature of the fairgrounds itself and the Erie County Agricultural Society. It's been tax exempt since, like, you know, Lincoln was president. That's only a slight exaggeration. And there's been fights in court since the 1970s and 80s over that. But when I got here, I struck up a conversation with Jessica, and it took us a little while, and I give Jessica enormous credit, Mike Bolas, enormous credit for allowing us to keep the conversation going and building a relationship. And that's the purpose of relationship, right? You try to do good things for the people who you serve in common. We serve people in common together, as Assembly Member and I do, and Senator Pat Gallivan and I do. We try to just keep the conversation going together. And, you know, I'm really grateful to be able to talk about this agreement. It's about $5.8 million, but it's over 20 years. It's not all coming at once. The idea at the time when I was superintendent is that it would be used for some long-standing, long-lasting benefit to the school district and the children of the school district. So it's not like $5.5 million coming all at once, just to be clear about that. And, you know, I guess it amounts to an annuity for the school district that'll be paid out over 20 years, is the best way to think about it. But the most important part of all of it that I think everybody needs to keep in mind, this is what happens when leaders link arms and sit and talk to each other together in a room and, you know, not give up. You know, and it took us from 2016 to 2025 to get there. And, you know, here we are. So it's a credit to Assemblymember Rivera, then Assemblymember, now State Senator Sean Ryan was an early partner in these conversations. Senator Gallivan, I mentioned, Mike and Jessica at the fairgrounds, the Erie County Agricultural Societies Board, the Hamburg Central School District Board, for you know, the entire time I was here, was supportive of the conversations I was having with the fairgrounds, and the pursuit for an agreement that would bring some money to the school district. So a lot of credit to go around. I'm happy to have been a part of it, and grateful for the partnership of everybody who helped make it happen. Okay?
Next, we'll bring up Jessica, excuse me, Jessica Underberg, CEO of Hamburg Fairgrounds. And I just want to say, you know, since taking office, it's been a short time for me. Jessica's always been an accessible partner, always good for conversations, and someone that genuinely cares about not just the Hamburg School District, but really the people who live here in Hamburg. You know, very easily could big, you know, sort of players in a region not think so small about individual neighborhoods and individual children and individual people. But in my experience, Jessica has been great in thinking really about the neighborhoods and the community around the fairgrounds. So without further ado, Jessica Underberg.
Thank you very much, and I'd like to thank the Assembly Member and the Senator. Thank you, Kim, for representing Senator Pat Gallivan here today, and Mr. Cornell for your efforts. As Mr. Rivera said, I'm Jessica Underberg. I'm the CEO at the Erie County Agricultural Society. For those of you who don't know, we produce the Erie County Fair, but we also oversee the fairgrounds, facilitating lots of different events throughout the year. Things like our farm-to-table field trip programs that see 7,000 students a year. To date, we have brought in over 80,000 kids, which I think is bigger than the population of Hamburg itself. We have over 15 horse and livestock shows. We have harness racing, over 50 world-class shows in categories like home and garden, RV, craft, commercial trade shows. But we're also fortunate to have Hamburg Gaming on the grounds. And that's offering us the unique opportunity to support our educational endeavors like Farm to Table and this education assistance program that we're here to talk about today. We're proud to offer the educational assistance program, allowing us to further support youth in our area in advancing education, something that's very core to our mission statement at the Erie County Ag Society. I'd like to thank everybody again for their help, and we look forward to seeing what the Hamburg students can do and achieve with our financial support. Thank you.
It was mentioned before, Kim here from Senator Gallivan's office. Thank you for being here. That's it for the formal part. Any questions?
Just to be clear, this revenue is coming from the year-round use of people using video gaming at Hamburg.
Oh,
gaming, correct?
Not necessarily video gaming. No, it's directly from the society and
from the society.
Yes. Yeah, not specifically a particular path of gaming, not necessarily.
Do you have a sense with the $5 million over 20 years how much money is coming to the district per year? Or does
yeah.
does that fluctuate?
It's staggered. It starts at a certain amount and it builds up for the remaining time.
Do you know what it's starting at for first year?
Yeah,
It starts at $75,000, and then it maxes in year 4 at $300,000 a year. So year 4 through 20, it's $300,000 a year.
Yep.
Good question. I'm glad you asked that. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.